everyone, it's me, the bad parent. Anyway, so it's been a few days, and it's actually been a good few days. It's been rough, it's been hot, it's been annoyingly long, but obviously I'm still here. Not kicking, because that's not nice and people don't generally like that. Anyway, so yesterday I did my first slow, methodical yoga session. I mean, all yoga is methodical because it has to have a process. Anyway, normally I'm a kickboxer. I'm an aerial yoga. I like the fast and keeps me moving and don't slow down, because if I slow down, I'm going to get bored. That being said, I'm a massage therapist, and doing the best that you can for your body is amazing, and it's perfect. It's what you need to do. It's not necessarily, the doctor says your triglycerides are high, or you're not drinking enough water, or like the audiologist that told me if I lost weight my hearing would come back. It's not that kind of good for your body. It's the kind that it keeps you moving in a slow, steady, unrushed, just kind of relaxing. Yes, it's a workout. Yes, you're burning calories. Yes, you're working your muscles, but it is relaxing at the same time. I'm not that type of gym person. I can do treadmills, I can do stair climbers, and I can do all of that. Great. Woohoo. But I want to feel like I'm accomplishing something as I'm doing it, not just one of those, okay, this foot in front of the other, incessantly for the next 2 hours so I can burn 15 calories on a treadmill. Because, when you think about it, you don't do very much. I like knowing that I'm accomplishing something. So yesterday was my first day doing it. And there were a couple maneuvers that caught my, I don't know, I guess the fun side of my personality. I can grasp and fully comprehend why you do something, especially if something is supposed to be good for your soul and to awaken it and balance your chakras, which is your inner energies. And I grasp all of that, and I fully support it, and I fully believe in it. But when it comes to yoga, there's positions that you just sit there and go, this is more like I'm pushing a baby out. It should be called labor. Or, let's see. I don't know the name of one of them, but it was like you're sitting Indian style, okay, and you breathe in, and then you and I didn't fully understand why. And I know I should have asked why, because that's part of enlightenment and everything. But it's one of those, I get why people are just like, yoga's not a workout. Because they see something like that, and they take it as strictly that part. They don't take it as the wholeness afterwards. The whole feeling complete, feeling like you accomplished something. The whole I needed this and now I can get through my day, instead of going to the gym and bench pressing and lifting 900-pound deadlifts. Seriously, whenever in your life are you going to lift 6 grown men at one time? Probably never. So having that sort of situation is just one of those silly type things. You don't need to deadlift 900 pounds. You'll destroy your body, and you will never lift 6 grown men at the same time. So doing yoga, for somebody like that is one of those, this accomplishes nothing. What is this gonna do? I'm doing this pose and I'm breathing and it's they don't get it. Just like I don't get the feeling of accomplishment when I can lift 6 men. It's one of those, wrap your brain around this, okay? You can force the negativity that's in your body. You can force it out. You can just be like, ugh. And that's literally what it is. And if you're sitting there just cracking up every time I just go, ugh, then I'm going to keep doing it every 30 seconds because it's funny at this point, okay? But you're forcing negative out of your body. And that's what everybody needs to do. Not the whole lift 6 grown men. I never ever in my life will be Hulk. 1, I'm a woman. 2, I'm not a scientist. 3, oh yeah, I'm not a superhero. So I am never going to need to have that talent. I am never going to need to know, okay, how far do I need to bend my knees so I can lift this tank? That's never going to happen for me. Granted, if something happened to one of my daughters, like the one who just walked in and she was pinned under a car, I guarantee I would do everything I could in my body to move the car off of her to save her. But that's when adrenaline kicks in and the fight or flight response, and that's my kid, and yeah, I'm gonna fight. Like, that's just that. But I'm not gonna just be like, oh, there's a tank, let's move it. That's not a hobby. That's like a one-way ticket to, oh yeah, I have pins and rods in my back. That's what that is. Anyway, so I did the yoga yesterday, and I felt good. Because this past week I've been trying to just teach myself to be in a moment. Not necessarily a day or a week or whatever have you, but to be okay with right now. I can't change what happened 10 minutes ago. I can influence what happens 10 minutes from now, but I can't change before right now. So I'm trying to teach myself, be here right now as you, and be happy with it. Kind of like my daughter just throwing an aloe vera drink at me. Odds are she picked it up and she drank it, and she didn't know that there's pieces of aloe in it that you actually have to chew up and swallow, and it probably caught her off guard, and she doesn't know how to be in that moment because she had no idea.
I didn't even drink it. I thought it was yours, so I was going to give it to you. But now I want to try it.
See? She wants to be in this moment too. Mommyhood 101. Mom! You have to poop. Can I be in this moment? That's parenthood. Oh, look. She doesn't like aloe.
It's cactus. Aloe is literally cactus.
Aloe vera is, yes, it's cactus.
Yeah.
But it is not necessarily the same form.
I know. Like when you actually peel it, it's slimy.
It's the same with, like, dragon fruit. Now she's eating the aloe and she's trying to play with it at the same time. It's really hard to be in this moment. Anyway, so I did the yoga yesterday. After that, I went and had an energy session. And like I said, I'm a massage therapist and I do Reiki and energy work, and I fully believe in it. I fully support it because I believe that you have to match your insides with your outsides, and then you have to match you as a whole with everything around you. You don't have to be identical. You don't have to be the same color. You don't have to be the same pattern. You don't have to be the same being. But you have to be on the same, like, I don't know, physiological plane. That's probably not the word that I want to use right now. Anyway. So I had an energy session after. I needed it. I needed to let go of the last, few months of me being a bad parent and, bills being tight and, getting fired for a reason that still was never even explained to me, and being okay with not having an answer. Just letting all of that go. That's what the energy session was for. It was getting me to be okay with me right now and accepting that, no, I'm not perfect. And no, I don't have all the answers, and it's kind of a good thing, because if I did, I would have OCD about remembering them, and then I would have to catalog them, and then they would have to be like organized, like how I could find the answers, and I would overthink it. And I'm trying to teach myself not to overthink, not to worry. I mean, worry is inevitable. My daughter, okay, she is 13. She is 4 inches taller than me. Do you have any idea how hard it is to have to look up at your child? Okay, so this is me. You need to knock it off right now. Like, do you know how like demeaning that is, to have to look up at your child to get them to come down to your level? Like, no, I shouldn't have to get a step stool out to, exude my authority. And, I've been trying to address that frustration and trying to do it in healthy ways, in ways that are not going to manifest in some sort of negativity or bad karma that gets put out there. Because everything I put out there, guess what? It's gonna come and it's gonna run my ass over. Sorry, I shouldn't cuss. My best friend doesn't like that I cuss. She says I do it too much. So I try really hard to cuss less right now. Really hard. Anyway, so the energy session, I had it done, and I was able to let out a lot. Like, I can't even begin to tell you, like, just the relief of letting it go, letting everything go. This is way beyond Frozen and Elsa and Anna, let it go, whatever. It's way past that. This is into accept that you can't affect everything. You can't change everything. You can't answer everyone. You can't help everyone. You can't fix everyone. And you can't be perfect. I hate that. I don't know about you, but I hate that. I hate that I don't have the answer right now. I hate that I can't solve all my problems before they happen. Like, it's frustrating. And the Reiki and the yoga, and, I'm trying to just, I guess, mellow my soul. I don't even know if that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't have to make sense, because energy doesn't. Yoga doesn't make sense. But, that's what it is. That's when you sum it up. When I sum it up, it's, I need to balance my soul. My celestial being needs to go, Nina, dude, breathe. You can't fix this. You can't change her world. And that's been, like, probably my biggest issue this summer, is that I can't solve every problem for my daughters. I want to. As a parent, I want to. As a person, it's like, no, I will fix this. Like, I should have been a man, because that's how men are. They're and it's nothing against any man out there, so any man that's watching this, don't take it wrong. But that's how men are. It's, you go up to a man and you're telling him, I have had the worst day, this happened, and my best friend got mad at me. Instantly, like a light bulb, he wants to fix it. What can he do right now? And it's not what can he say. It's not what do you need. It's what can I do? Because they want to hands-on fix it. And that's how I am. And I'm reteaching myself that, no, I don't need to fix it. I don't. That, like my best friend says, company isn't coming today. Don't worry about having the house spotless. And but it drives me insane. Like, it's just, no, it's not how it works. It's not how any of this works. And I'm just having to teach myself to be okay with that's not how this is supposed to work. Life is a nonstop lesson to be learned. So we don't have the answers. We don't have the solution. We don't even have the Pythagorean theorem for life. You know, like there isn't a Band-Aid. There isn't a medication, which is probably a good thing, although I'm pretty sure the pharmaceutical companies conjuring up some new pill that will just feel better right now. And that's not how anything works. At all. Like at all. My neurologist is putting me on a new immunosuppressant. It's supposed to just basically help my immune system work less. Here's the thing about your immune system. It's supposed to work. Mine already works less. I have MS. Like, that's just bottom line. Okay, so let's put a person who has a weakened immune system, who has a dysfunctional immune system, on something that's going to suppress the immune system. Okay. How can we keep the ice colder in Antarctica? Tell me. How is this gonna change things for me? Like, I'm not optimistic. I'm not pessimistic, but I'm not optimistic. There's a difference between pessimistic and just, yeah, okay, we'll see how that goes. Because I've had a lot of medications just go bad. It's why I haven't been on an MS medication in a few years, because the only one that ever actually worked for me, I turned into a lobster. So if you go on YouTube and you go to post a video or anything, the stop button that you gotta push when you stop it, that's what color I would turn when I would take this medication. And it would burn. It was horrible. But the rest of me would feel good. For the most part. Like, it did help. It helped me be a little more functional. It helped me be a little more mobile. That was a big thing. A big part of it. But I was Sebastian. You know, because the seaweed was always greener in somebody else's lake. Like, that's Sebastian. White girl Elsa turned into Sebastian. It was fun. So I'm a little curious and cautious as to what this immunosuppressant is supposed to do. My doctor put me on a new sleep medication that's supposed to be like pretty awesome. It's supposed to help you. It's supposed to knock you out within like 15 minutes, and you need to make sure that you have 8 to 10 hours to sleep, because that's how long it will take your body to process it. That's awesome. That sounds like somebody is feeding me hopes and dreams with a baby spoon, because that's what's happening. So I'm on this medication, Belsabra, I think it's called. And yeah, for the most part, it does make me calm down, at least, for about 30 minutes. And then I doze off somewhere in there for another 30 minutes. And then I'm up for about 5 or 6 hours. And then 2 hours before I'm supposed to get up to go do what I need to do is when it's one of those, okay, now I need a nap. And then you hit that sleep part where it's not enough sleep and it's too much sleep. So then you're just kind of stuck. Like, really? Really? This is what the pharmaceutical company is saying is going to be amazing and help somebody sleep. No. At this point, you know what's going to help me sleep? A frying pan upside my head. Just, night. I've already had three TBIs, so, you know, what's one more every single night for the rest of my life? Right? So, yeah, that's where I'm at this week. It's no sleep. New yoga, which I am very much appreciating. And Like today, I went for my second session, and the friend of mine that teaches it, he's a great guy here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Fantastic guy. He's a massage therapist. I went to school with him, and he teaches the yoga. And today was meditative yoga. At least that's what I'm assuming it's called. I don't know what it's called. But with singing bowls and awakening the chakras and balancing them and, just being in the moment. And that's where I'm realizing I need to be. I need to be in the moment. I don't need to be in tomorrow because it's not here. Which, that being said, today is always worse than tomorrow. I haven't fallen. I haven't dropped something on my foot. I haven't tripped over my dog. My dog hasn't slammed into my knee and made it feel like it just bent backwards 8 times in a row. And, nothing bad has happened. So it is full of optimism and this, yes, I am so looking forward to tomorrow. Because nothing has gone wrong. And that's where I'm at, is I need to just, okay, whatever happens today, it is worse than tomorrow. It doesn't matter if tomorrow is Christmas. It doesn't matter if tomorrow is New Year's Day. It doesn't matter if tomorrow is the day that I wake up and find out that I'm, Fiona from Shrek. Like, it doesn't matter. Because tomorrow is always better than right now. Tomorrow is always better than today. I mean, we could always say, life will not get better than this. If you keep that mentality, you have nothing to look forward to. If this is the absolute perfect that life could be, if this is that whole, enchilada or cannoli or whatever phrase that you hear when you're growing up, or, if that's what you think, why try for tomorrow? Why aim for it? Why set a goal for it? Why bother? It is better to say that today is always worse than tomorrow. Today can be fantastic. Today can be amazing. Like, okay, I did yoga this morning. I got dog food. I got a few groceries. I ran a couple of errands that I needed to do. And, I've got a couple more that I have to do too. And then later this evening, my classmate, or friend, Angel, and we are actually going to Wilmington tonight. And I'm going to do an open night thingy there. Like, I mean, it's no big deal. It's not anything that, people are like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah, it's just fun. It is getting out of the bubble. It is getting out of this moment, or out of yesterday's moment, or the moment that was an hour ago when you're sitting there going, ah! It's getting out of that and being in the moment for now and enjoying it. Whatever you're avoiding, whatever you're struggling with, whatever you just don't know how to deal with or how to address or start to even address, do something to take yourself out of the bubble, the moment, the instant, anything you can do to slow down your brain and just be. Whether it's yoga and just randomly going, because your kids will crack up. They really will. They will look at you like you are probably smoking something, and why would mom sit there and say don't do drugs when we know she is? Like, that's what they say when they see their parent doing something like that. I've done Reiki on myself, and my oldest, Autumn, she'll walk in the room, and one time, and this is why I started wearing headphones when I do Reiki, so I can tune out anything. But Autumn actually walked in the room and she was like, okay, Amber, mom's a witch. Like, that's what got said. That's what got communicated. And it's, it's sometimes you just need that outlet. Whatever it is. If you want to do kickboxing, go for it. Sometimes punching a bag is so much better than walking up to the person you can't stand and smacking them upside the head, because you could probably get arrested. Just saying. If you want to paint, go for it. It doesn't matter if it's not a Picasso. It doesn't matter if it's not, this mind-blowing, I feel so enlightened looking at this canvas. No, it doesn't need to be that. It doesn't. It can be whatever you want it to be. If you want to just read a book. Even if you don't speak French and you just want to buy a French book and try to pronounce the words in English. Like, think about it. If you take a word that isn't in English, written in another language, obviously with letters, not pictograms or anything like that, and try and pronounce it in English. Anything to make your brain stop and just be. Go for it. If it's playing with your dogs, if it's riding outside late at night when you know your kids are doing something, and you just sneak up to their bedroom and you just pound on it because they will scream and it will scare them, but guaranteed they will leave you alone. Anything you got to do to be in the moment, be in it. And be real. Be real to yourself. You owe it to yourself. You owe this body, this being, no matter what your condition is in your health, whether you're overweight, whether you're underweight and anorexic, whether you're a drug addict, whether you're an alcoholic or diabetic, or, all of these health factors, you owe it to yourself to be. Period. I know our English teachers taught us that you have to complete a sentence. Your action in that sentence is be. Plain and simple. It's your job to be. It can be your job to be a teacher. It can be your job to be a nurse. You could run a hotel. You could be a massage therapist. You could be a dictator. You could be John Epstein. Obviously, bad example, because we're not as sure exactly where he is or what he's being. Anyway. Tangent. My bad. I need to be in this moment. Regardless. Just be. Be that teacher who is okay and happy with being you. Be the musician. Even if your instrument is a triangle. Be. Just be. If you're the stay-at-home parent and you feel like every single one of your gray hairs has your kid's initials on it, it probably does. Odds are, yes, your hair is tattooed with your kids' names. And if you don't have kids, your gray hair is tattooed with all the people that just get on your nerves. It happens. Tattoos are inevitable. Might as well make them something we choose. One of those things. Anyway, be you. Be happy. You can hate today. You can hate the car accident. You can hate the bills. You can hate the stress. You can hate the AC not working. You can hate that at 2 a.m. last night it was 86 degrees in your house. Yes, hate that. Fine. Hate it. It doesn't mean you stop being you. Bottom line. Amputees lose parts of their bodies. People who are injured lose pieces of themselves. The sick, the weary, the brokenhearted. We all lose pieces of ourselves. No matter what. I know that I used to be this tiny person. I mean, I am still tiny, but, you know, midget, shrimp, skittle, you know, all these names that I got called. I used to be that person. And I lost sight of me along the way. You know, the whole bending over backwards to please everybody else. Well, what does he need? So let me make him happy, because obviously my needs are non-sequential. Or inconsequential. Sorry. But, you know, we lose ourselves. In the day-to-day rut, we lose ourselves. We know that we're battling addiction, or we're battling insecurities, or PTSD. We battle these things, and we lose ourselves. Because it's easier than staying optimistic. It's easier than trying over and over. It gets old. Even for the young, it gets old. It just happens. So when I told Angel yesterday that he should go with me tonight to this comedy club thing, I was like, you need out of your bubble. You know, the pattern that you're in. Not that it's a bad pattern. Not that it's incomplete. Not that it's self-destructive. It is none of those things. But I could see in him the needing to feel, I guess, a connection with life. That's actually a really good way to put it. It's a connection with life. Connections aren't always, you know, with the other person. You know, that special someone that you want to cuddle up with and love for the rest of your life. You can love anybody for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean you have a connection. I mean, my kids have friends that, you know, I've seen them over the years, you know, and they're growing and changing, and I absolutely love them. It doesn't mean that they're my other half. See? I have a friend of mine I have known since about March 10th of 2001. And I can say for sure it's March 10th. Really good friend of mine. Very good guy. Very sweet guy. Good dad. Like, you can see the way that he is when he's around his kids, and you can hear it when he talks about them, and you can see it in the pictures. And, you know, you can hear it in his voice. Like, he's good. He's good to them. He very much has been in my life this whole time. Years and years ago, he told me not to settle. And I didn't see it. I didn't comprehend the velocity, or the, I guess, the reach of the words. I didn't get it. Like, I was too blind to see it, or naive. That's another good way of saying it. I was very naive. Because he saw how my ex was towards me. And had told me repeatedly that, you know, he didn't deserve me. And lo and behold, he was right. That doesn't mean that my ex necessarily didn't deserve me or did deserve me. I'm not the best person. I know that. I would be naive and idiotic to say that, oh yeah, I'm the best thing that ever happened to him. No, I'm not. I know I'm not. But anyway, this friend, he told me years ago that I shouldn't settle, that I deserved so much more. And last night, just thinking back, you know, to these memories and everything, because Reiki does that. It does make you harness all these old memories and points when you're happy in your life. And just talking with him and everything, it was one of those, you told me once upon a time to not settle. And here I am, what is that, 18 years later, finally grasping the words of don't settle. Don't settle for less than you're worth. Ever. Be in this moment. Yes, absolutely. Be in this moment. Be the best person that you possibly can in every single moment. You know? Just be. The people that make you smile are the closest to you. It's hard to realize that. I mean, I've heard phrases like, if you can count your friends on one hand, you're lucky. And yes, you are absolutely lucky to have that many people that can make you smile on your worst day and be happy with you on your best days. That is like, you know, you are absolutely blessed and lucky. Enjoy it. Be it. Be in that moment. Be that person. You know, it's just, it is what it is. So, accept it. Shake hands with it. And keep going. Why give up? Why say no? I'm done. I quit. You know why we quit? Because it is so much easier. But here's the thing. We can't invest a 401k in our life. So just be you and be in every moment. And that is the best that you can do for you. So if you're going to do yoga, do yoga. And if you're going to do Reiki, do Reiki. If you're going to go kickboxing, go kickboxing. You're going to do stand-up comedy, do stand-up comedy. You're going to go insane because that's what your kids make you do. Take them with you. Like, just take them with you. It'll give them something to talk to their therapist about when they're your age. Because if the worst thing that you can possibly do is be happy and be silly and enjoy life, and your kids see that, if that's the worst thing you do to your kids, wow. Yeah. You're going to be like me and suddenly making a video because somebody calls you a horrible parent. Like, that's, you know, be you. And enjoy life. Because it's the only one we got. Granted, there's always reincarnation and all these possibilities in the afterlife. It's always a possibility. But for today, in this life, be you. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Be you. Drive your kids crazy. You know, just be silly to them randomly because it's fun and it's payback for all the times they don't do their chores and the gray hair that they put on your head. Anyway, guys, yeah. So, bye. Have a great day.